Hey everybody, it's Barbara. Now, do you guys remember a show called Everybody Loves Raymond? And you had the Barone family and um, Ray and his wife had twin boys and a little girl. You might be wondering what happened to the little girl. Well, welcome to the next doll in the industry line. And her name is Zine Queen Binx Barone. So let's go ahead and see how Ray's little girl turned out. I don't know about you guys, but I'd say Ray's little Miss Barone turned out to be very pretty, didn't she? Obviously, I don't think the folks at Integrity Toys were basing her off of the Barone family from Everybody Loves Raymond. But I just wanted again to take this moment to show you the really nice industry, literally film industry type ad that you would see in a subway station. And then, of course, you have the actual lady herself. Clearly not related to Ray Romano. But still, a really nice looking doll. And we're going to talk about her in much greater detail in a moment as I debox her. Sometimes when I'm shooting a video, I'll have a very special guest come along and help. In my She-Ra video, I had my brother come in and do a cameo. And tonight, helping me out is the latest addition to our family, the very lovely and talented Delilah Bijou. She is just about 16 weeks old now. I can't quite say she's a rescue kitty, but she was not from a breeder. We adopted her. And she's made doing toy reviews for both of us pretty interesting. And I wish she was around for the American Horror Story reviews, because this would be a lot more appropriate. But I think, given that she's such a classy and Delilah Bijou is definitely an Integrity Toys type name, I thought I'd let her hang out and react as I start to review Binx Barone, the Zine Queen. She is also part of Tallulah Bell's world. She is a brunette with lovely long hair, elbow length or mid-back length, if you will. In that nicely refined, pushed back half ponytail look. Her ensemble is very interesting, and I'll say a lot more about this as we scroll down. It's a lovely mix of navies and blues, and you're going to see that also in her eyes. Or and I apologize immediately for the shake. Delilah's going to try to grab the camera. Her eye makeup are shades of gray and blue. The blue coming in at the very, very bottom of the eye, with applied lashes, by the way. And she has obvious blush, but not overriding blush, and a nice red lip. Usually when you have the hair down, you don't go for a dangly earring, but in this case it works because so much of this is edgy and cutting. We've seen the rose pattern before in Integrity Jewelry, but this is a new take on it. Instead of it just being that solid, very heavy rose, it's a lighter metal to a jeweled chain at the bottom with black stones. And that rose pattern you see again on the wrist here, on a solid silver base. And above that you have a navy bangle. Her jacket is a gorgeous, gorgeous jacket. It's a lot better in person than it photographs. It is striped blues all the way through with a blue velvet collar, which is quite lovely. And if I can just take her out of the stand for a minute and show you that the jacket, once you get away from the hook and eye closure, is lined in an electric navy. Let's call it that, electric navy. Now here's where it gets interesting. Cabot and Tallulah Bell, who I've previously reviewed, have worn ensembles that are pretty obviously work related. They're cutting edge work, but they're work related. This is not. Whoops. I should not pull that away, sorry guys. This is not. This to me is not a dress you would wear to work. Unless you were working at a bar called the Bang Bang Club. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's exquisite tailoring in keeping with Integrity Toys. You have the off-the-shoulder top, the bias cut skirt and if you notice, the angle on top is perpendicular to the angle of the skirt, so it's very geometric. It's a nice geometric pattern. And if this was a clubbing outfit, it would be great. So maybe she's going to a business dinner, but it's definitely not office attire. So let me just pull her back in again for a second so I can put the jacket back up gently. And show you another detailing that goes either on the jacket or on her dress. I would say the jacket, though. It is a lovely triangle-shaped pin with the lightest of blue gemstones and diamante accents. And I'm going to try very quickly to put her back in the stand without the coat being... There we go. There we go. And if I can, just push it back a little bit, you can see that the shoes are also very interesting. The shoes are two-toned, silver and very, very dark navy, if not black, with what I've been calling the double heel. The very bottom of the heel is like a very light rubber black. Then you have the black, oops, the black of the shoe and the silver back. And the straps are also silver. The heel is not terribly high. It's clunky. It's a thick heel, which is good because it means it's not going to snap. But it is not a heavy heel. It's not a high heel, is what I guess I should say. But it's really a really nice shoe. Let me put it back down. There you go. And let's take a couple moments now just to very briefly talk about the rest of her accessories that I did not put on her for a couple of reasons. First of all, I just like looking at her this way. She has a really nice face. It definitely has an interesting backstory. It's a darker, to me, Latino tint to her skin. Barone, though, could be Latin, could be Italian. Um, Binks is an interesting nickname, by the way. She does come with glasses, which are kind of cute because they remind me a lot of the Silkstones and the caddy, and how the 1960s glasses come in fashion. And if you remember, Tallulah Bell is Poppy's granddaughter. So I guess if you wanted to, you could pretend that Poppy liked Binks so much for good luck, she gave Binks a pair of her glasses. I don't know if these glasses work with the entire ensemble. They work with her face. They work with her character. I don't think, though, you would wear these glasses with a geometric dress. You might wear it with a different kind of suit and even with this coat, but not necessarily with the dress. But we'll leave them on because maybe she's for us. What I also like about this piece, which you don't usually see from Integrity or from anybody else for that matter, not putting them on though because of my personal rule that if you already have something on the wrist, you don't add to it. Navy blue gloves, ladies and gentlemen. And these are going to go with a multitude of previous Fashion Royalty, Gem, American Horror Story, Mommy Dearest, take your pick. These gloves are going to go with a lot of different outfits, and they're navy blue. Do not lose them. You will kill yourself because they're great. Also, you have this very nice geometric in the sense that it's a boxy purse. Very solid. Does not close with Velcro, which was what I was screaming about in my previous Silkstone review. Does, however, close with hook and eye, and I didn't want to force this open. I'm sure there are braver souls than I who know how to do this. I am not one of them. Knowing my luck, I will break it. So I'm going to stop here, but just say that it's very nice. And if you lie it, and I'm going to hold it this way for a second to show you the last accessory, which I did not take out of the plastic because I wasn't sure how the matting was going to work on film. You do have another iPad, which plastic out of the plastic, so I will take it out of this just to show you, out of the plastic will fit into this bag once you get it open. So this will fit. It will be it's a nice little tablet bag. It's called the T-Pad because, of course, and you've got a pear with a bite out of it. So, of course, you can't call it what it really is. But what I love about this is previous, and this I give mad props to Alain Tremblay for. Even though Industry is David Boutry's line, Alain does a lot of the accessories. When you've held iPads in the past, they've been made out of plastic, and they're sturdy. Don't get me wrong, they're fine. This is metal. This is weight to it. Weight commensurate with if you are a real person holding a real iPad or a Surface, which I own. This is what it's going to feel like. So this is really, really well done. This is, and again, that's where Integrity tends to usually hit it out of the ballpark, is their attention to detail. So what do? Do you get this doll? You absolutely get this doll. Even, the dress, frankly, not my style, but that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. If you're young and you're hip, I'm neither. But if you are young and hip, you will wear something like this, and you will enjoy it. Love the jacket, especially the velvet collar. I really should call it a coat because it does go almost to the knee. Love the accessories. Love the glasses. Love her. Nice to know Ray Barone's little girl grew up so well. So for me and Delilah and Binks, This is Barbara. Have a good night, and I will see you guys again soon when I switch gears and I'm going to start to talk about Raymon's accessories.